Hello everybody, Tarek37 here, and welcome back to Let's Solo Star Wars, the FFG RPG. I just got done making Din Metru, the Toydarian Jedi, and we are about to have our good pal Ramhen go to look for Din Metru. Let's see, Chaos Factor 5, I'm pretty sure I forget again to roll on the... Okay. Well, I guess we're starting with the... Let's see, is there a scene alteration on this? Alright, no there's not. Okay, we're going into the Jedi Enclave. Glad that I didn't have to do anything with that. Alright, so we are going into the Jedi Enclave. Ramhen knows that he's already been expected, so he's not too worried about the clone troopers, but he is still going to try to avoid them as much as possible. So first things first, we are going to do perception. I'm going to say, for this starting area, given that they've probably already started, I'm going to say chance of him finding something actually I'm going to say because they've already looked here is probably very high. I'm going to put it at a 4 difficulty. I'll drop it down to 3. 3 difficulty. And I'll toss in, you know what? I'll toss in a couple setback dice because this has already been looked. For that, okay. 2 difficulty, standard difficulty, and then 2 setback dice because they've already been here, they've already searched. Odds of us finding something are low. So. Alright, I say that. Alright, so 4 success, 2 threat. So, Ramhen finds something. Ooh, we have 3 threat. I'll bank the 3 threat and bring it up to 5. I'm basically going to do, I think I said last time that I'd end up doing this kind of like the churn in the Expanse RPG. So at this point, I will ask, I figure this is the most relevant question right now. Whatever Ramhen finds, do the clones notice him finding it? I'm going to leave that at unsure. Maybe they're still with him, kind of escorting him inside. Maybe... yes, they do. So we'll say, yeah, they were escorting him inside, and the first thing Rom noticed was... What did he notice? What could he have possibly noticed? Oh, we're just going to do objects. We'll say he found something. Inactive and unusual. Something that's inactive and it's unusual. Let me think for a sec here. What would he find that would be inactive and unusual? What would it be? What would it be? Okay. I'm going to say the thing that's inactive and unusual is it's unusual in that it's here. It is a brand new comlink in the ruins of a Jedi Enclave. This place has been abandoned for thousands of years. Odds are no one's been in here for probably about 4,000 years. So to find a brand new comlink that's inactive, it's not broken. It's just it hasn't been destroyed. It's just been like it's had like its battery removed. We'll say. So Ramhen, that's the first thing he notices as soon as he enters, and he picks it up, and the clone troopers behind him say, So, what did you find? Uh, oh, looks like I think he's gonna try to play it off. Sorry, I thought it was something a bit more. Um, Hold on, let me back up for a sec. Restart this. Oh, sorry. I saw I saw this old comlink dropped. It's mine. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to get your hopes up. And I'm gonna have him roll. I'm not gonna give him any boost or setback on this. Okay. I'm gonna build up the threat here. They're just gonna say, don't. Well, at least be okay. Alright, so you should probably be more careful. If you drop something else, who knows what we'll find it in all the junk. Yeah. Yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You stay guard outside. I'll keep looking around inside, see if I can't find anything. Yes, sir. And we'll go back outside, and Ramhan will continue his search now. Hmm. Let's see here. I think Ramhen is going to be trying to sneak around. I'm gonna say I'm gonna leave it at vigilance. I want to use perception for them, but I figure I think stealth is usually opposed by vigilance unless they're specifically looking for you. At least that's how I interpret it. Vigilance is kind of like your passive perception almost. Perception is you're actively like searching a room or something. Vigilance is also used for like detecting like small like little. It's your insight check if you're used to D&D. You kind of like you kind of looking at their facial features and body language to try to figure out if the person's lying. Uh, yeah, they're not actively looking for him. They're looking for a Jedi. 5 advantage, but he failed the stealth. Wow, that is a really odd configuration. Okay. What to do with 5 advantage? Okay. Ooh. Here's what I'm going to spend the 5 advantage on. We don't know where the Jedi is hiding. However, the Jedi is noticing us. The Jedi is somewhere in this building and has observed Ramhen entering and sees that despite having like that kind of somewhat friendly conversation with the clone troopers outside, he is still sneaking around and is startled and does not seem too happy when the clone troopers come around when some clone troopers come around the corner and notice him, and they're going to say, "Oh, uh, Officer Ramhen. Ah, yes. Sorry, I was trying not to make too much noise. Didn't want to get jumped by the Jedi." Understood, sir. Would you like to stick with us? We can help provide you some cover from the Jedi. No, no, no. I don't want you all uh worrying about that. I have no intention of engaging the Jedi. I'm more trying to help you locate him, or at least figure out if he's even still in the building. He might have escaped. I'm gonna have him roll deception. Again, trying to convince them that maybe the Jedi's already left. Um, you know what? I'm gonna say with the 5 advantage, 3 of it was spent to get the Jedi's attention. 2 of it is for this. All right, 2 success and another threat. Really? Man, I'm getting success with threat a lot. Alright. So the clone troopers believe him. They're not leaving yet. But I think maybe they might start being like, you might be right, sir. We've been at this for hours. No Jedi would want to stay here with a... No Jedi in their right mind would stay in this place when there's well over 24 clone troopers looking for them. Especially not with the whole weight of the Empire is probably going to be coming down on this place soon. Even if we can't find him anyway. It'd probably be in his best interest to stow away on a ship and get the hell out of here. That's what I was thinking too. Well, I should probably stop trying to sneak around, I think. Doesn't seem to be helping. If I find anything, any clue of where the Jedi went, I'll let you know. Thank you, sir. Keep safe. And then after they walk away, Romhan's just gonna be like, you know what? He's gonna do a survival check. He's going to look for tracks. Look for like the telltale signs. Having like lived for some months on, I'm just gonna call it Bastion. I can't remember the original name of that planet. On Bastion, looking around, he's gotten quite a bit of use out of like survival skills and like tracking and seeing signs of disturbed environments. So we're gonna go with that. You know what? Let's pull up Din Metru. What is his survival? All right, or his stealth? I guess. Well, we'll leave it at 2. Hold on. Where'd the music go? I guess it's still going, but it's really quiet. I don't know what it is with the wards being really quiet. You know, I'll flip a dark and upgrade the difficulty, just because I want to do something with these points. All right, failure with 4 advantage. Okay, so Romhan doesn't find any signs of disturbed things, or at least nothing. He finds signs of disturbances in the environment, but nothing that points to it being the Jedi, which makes sense because we have a Toydarian who can hover, and so that should actually probably also provide like make it slightly harder to pick up on a disturbed environment potentially. Okay. Like as he's exploring, he starts realizing that just like, wait a minute, he can. Right, he can hover, so odds are there's going to be much less signs of this. So that's going to help his perception check, and he's going to again be looking around the ruins. He's getting deeper into like the sub-levels of the Jedi Enclave, and kind of just like, where would I be? Where would I put? Where would I hide if I was here? Alright, so as he's thinking about this, Romhan suddenly is like, wait a minute. Going down lower makes sense. But this Toydarian can hover. And he's strong, so he could probably pull himself up places. So he's going to start looking above, like, in the vents. And I'm going to say with the 3 advantage, he's able to do it in a way that is not setting off alarm bells for any clone troopers he happens to be passing. Like he'll like hear them coming and then kind of keep looking at the ground, and as soon as he's sure that they've gone around the corner and their helmet cameras aren't picking him up, he's like looking back up, looking for signs, and he finally finds some signs. Some disturbed roof tiles, some places where there should be dust that there aren't. And he is going to follow this around until he gets to... You know, I'm gonna roll for a location. Uh, just, just a generic location. What do we got? Ooh, a 1. Abandoned. Alright, we already know that. This place has been abandoned. Services. Okay. I remember in KOTOR 2 there was like a service station for droids. So that's where our guy ends up seeing like the remnants of destroyed droids. Protocol droids that blew up. Um, ancient protocol droids. And when he gets there, sure enough, he looks up in the ceiling and sees our Toydarian friend, Din Metru. Now I will ask, is Din Metru hostile? I'm gonna leave it as unsure. Like I said, he's seen Ramhen. He's been like following Ramhen's arrival. He's probably like sliced into the he's either sliced into the cameras or he's been like floating around in the place, but in throughout the like ductwork and the roof and the ceiling. But down here he has like his actual like in the roof he has like supplies like food and a backpack and everything like that, where he can like kind of easily hide. So I'm going to ask, is Din Metru hostile? Actually, I'm going to make this unlikely. Not very unlikely. I'm just going to leave it at unlikely. Is he hostile? No, he's not. So, Din Metru kind of peeks through the ductwork, looking down at Ramhen, and Ramhen says, just kind of like waves, like holds his hands up and says, "All right, Jedi, I mean you no harm. I'm being real quiet so that we don't bring any clone troopers down here. Let's have a nice friendly chat, all right?" And Din Metru's gonna look down at him, look on like he has probably like a data pad, and he like looks on the cameras to make sure none of the clone troopers are around. Let's see, are there clone troopers nearby? Near the droid service station. I'm gonna put this as very unlikely because they probably looked here, and 2, Rom's already kind of convinced them, hey, oh, exceptional no. I'm gonna say the clone troopers are leaving. The clone troopers are basically saying, you know what? We've been looking around here for the better part of a day. There's no sign that he's been in here. He probably he might have come in here and then immediately left. Maybe there's another way out of here we don't know, and we were on a wild goose chase. We need to expand our search. So they're leaving the Enclave. And Din Metru is going to look at that, look down at Ramhen, and then slowly float down. Keeping his hand... Ramhen can see, like, on his back is the contained energy axe. And he says, "Oh, they weren't kidding when they said you were powerful. I've been wanting to talk to you about that. What are you doing here?" Well, I wasn't lying to them when I said I was looking for a Jedi, but let me be clear before anything happens. I have no intention of harming you or turning you in. Something about this whole situation has stunk. I've been out of contact with the galaxy for months. Next thing I know, I come back to the galaxy. The war's over. The Jedi are called traitors. I don't know what's going on. Look, pal, I don't want to. I've trusted Jedi. All right. I never interacted with you in person, but I know your reputation. I know some of your what you all stand for. None of this makes any sense. Hell, the clones turning on you on a dime doesn't even make sense. Y'all have been fighting this war for 3 years, and as far as I know, I don't think there's maybe like one instance of a Jedi general actively trying to get his clones killed, and he's definitely not and that's it. There's very few reasons for a clone trooper to just for every clone trooper to turn on the Jedi like this. Something stinks, and I just want to figure out what that is. I'd like to know too. It's hard to describe. It's like a switch flipped. 1 second, we were just out patrolling for signs of separatist forces attacking this world. Next thing I know, I'm being shot at by my own troops. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to hurt them. They've been my friends for the better part of 3 years. Actually, I'm gonna ask. Was Din Metru a Padawan when the war started? I'm gonna leave that as unsure because I don't know. No, he was not. It's not exceptional, no. So he wasn't a Padawan, but he probably hadn't been a Jedi Knight for long. But he's probably going to... So that doesn't really affect the answer too much, but it does change it a little bit. He's going to say, ever since this war started, when it started, I wasn't sure how I felt about the clones, but as the months turned to years, I thought I could trust them, and I don't know what could cause them to turn like this. But I know this much. I do not trust the new Emperor. Something's not right with him. I guarantee you he's done something. I guarantee you he did something. He's behind it. I don't know how. But where were you when all this was going on? You said you were out of contact for some months. I was on a planet. I crashed on a planet in the wilderness. I was supposed to be doing some scouting missions. I was on a separatist base out in the Outer Rim. Next thing I know, I get shot down. I didn't have a comm link because I was supposed to be radio silence. So it took me a while to finally find the base and got captured. Apparently all their droids shut down. That wasn't a surprise to me. I was able to escape with the help of a mercenary who was also in prison there. We met up with her mercenary group. They decided they'd stolen a ship. I'd recovered their ship. We swapped. Swapped here. I can tell you right now. Something's up with, I guess it's now Imperial Intelligence. I work for Republic Intelligence, and I can tell you right now, I don't know how much help I'm going to be able to be to you, but I want to help you get off this planet. I've been told I need to report back to Coruscant, or apparently it's called Imperial Center now for some reason. I can help you get off the planet. I need a co-pilot for my ship anyway. Since the clones, I'm pretty sure they're leaving soon. If you want, come with me. You can come with me out of here. I can get you on board my ship, Dreamscape, and we can get the hell out of here. And I can drop you off somewhere on the way. Because I doubt I can hide you on Imperial Center. Or Coruscant. God. Coruscant. It's already messing with me. I can help get you somewhere else along the way. And we can... And you can continue with whatever you want to do. I'd like to keep in touch, but I can tell you right now, I don't know how secure anything's going to be anymore. I don't know. It's up to you, Master Jedi. If you want to stay here, I know they said that they might be bringing the full might of the Empire down here, so I don't think it's a good idea. But if you would rather find your own way, I'm not gonna twist your arm. I'm going to ask, will Din Metru go with Rom? I'll put it as likely. I doubt he'll go with him all the way to Coruscant, but he's at least I know he's gonna at least let him drop him off on some planet on the way. I appreciate you willing to risk that much. You're right, I have no intention of going to Coruscant. That's a death trap. I would like to go somewhere where I want to go out there and I want to do some good. I'm going to bide my time at least a little bit. But I want to go somewhere where I'll be able to do some good and show the galaxy that no, the Jedi are not the monsters that Palpatine is trying to portray us as. Well, with how bad this war got by the end, I imagine there's a good number of places where we can set down that'll be happy to have some help. With that, Din Metru holds out his hand, Rom shakes it, and they head out to the dreamscape. And that is where I'm going to leave this episode. Thank you all for watching / listening. I hope you all enjoyed that one. Near the end, there weren't as many skill checks, but I thought it was a good idea to have, a little bit of, roleplay with me trying to get back into Rom Hen's head and trying to get into Din Metru's head. So, thank you all for watching / listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.